Takechi Hanpeita, a respected samurai from the Tosa domain in the 18th century, finds himself in a strange situation. Despite being innocent, he's accused of a crime and faces execution. However, fate takes an unexpected turn when he awakens one morning to find himself outside the confines of his cell. Confusion grips him as he realizes he's been transported 150 years into the future. Stranded in an unfamiliar world of towering buildings and peculiar attire, Takechi struggles to grasp the concept of time travel, mistaking the bustling cityscape for a distant land. As Takechi navigates the bewildering streets, his traditional samurai attire draws curious glances, dismissed as mere cosplay by the modern denizens. His disorientation reaches new heights when he narrowly escapes a speeding bus, a sight alien to his eyes accustomed to slower modes of transportation. Meanwhile, a high school student named Tora and his girlfriend Haruka meet Takechi. They mistake his traditional clothing for a costume and unintentionally upset him with their assumptions. Confused and saddened by their lack of understanding, Takechi asks for their help to find his way back to his village, unaware of the technological advancements and changes in society during his absence. A bystander, intrigued by Takechi's traditional appearance, starts filming him because he looks like a real samurai. Takechi doesn't mind the attention and goes into a nearby grocery store. Despite not having money, he picks out an apple and promises to come back later to pay for it. The manager is touched by Takechi's honesty and lets him leave with the fruit. As Takechi enjoys the taste of the apple, a policeman accuses him of stealing. Not used to such situations, Takechi defends himself calmly, which attracts even more attention from law enforcement. Meanwhile, Haruka records the incident on her phone, planning to share it on social media. As Takechi flees, seeking refuge in front of a house belonging to preschool teacher Seiki, he succumbs to exhaustion, collapsing unconscious. Upon awakening, he finds himself under the care of Seiki, who reveals that Takechi has been unconscious for 2 days. Grateful for Seiki's kindness, Takechi offers a humble bow, introducing himself as a samurai. Intrigued by the historical connection, Seiki dismisses it as mere coincidence. Embracing modern amenities, Takechi experiences the novelty of shaving his beard for the first time, marveling at the razor's efficiency. Despite encountering numerous perplexing aspects of the contemporary world, Takechi remains oblivious to the possibility of time displacement, immersed in adapting to his newfound surroundings. Upon learning of Takechi's birth century, Seiki's suspicions are confirmed, prompting him to reveal the current date to Takechi. Both men are stunned by the vast temporal chasm that separates them, grappling with the uncertainty of their circumstances. In the ensuing scene, Takechi, driven by gratitude, assists Seiki with household chores, marveling at modern marvels like the washing machine's efficiency. Unbeknownst to Takechi, Tora, Seiki's grandson, resides in the same house, leading to an uneasy cohabitation. Tora's discontent grows as Haruka's admiration for Takechi intensifies, fueled by the viral video of Takechi's encounter. Despite their familiarity with the historical Takechi, Tora, and Haruka dismiss the notion that the man in their midst could be the legendary samurai. Meanwhile, Takechi and Seiki set out to fix Takechi's mistake of accidentally stealing, by giving an apology gift to the store manager. Along the way, they stop at a restaurant where Takechi enjoys trying new foods and thinks about what might happen in the future. When asked about his plans, Takechi says he's determined to find a way back to his own time. However, Seiki gently suggests that in the meantime, he could be a teacher at his preschool. The next day, Takechi is warmly welcomed by the preschool children, who are excited to meet a real samurai. Over time, the children teach him about modern things like smartphones and indoor fishing, and they treat him like part of their group. In return, Takechi shares his wisdom about sticking together and being strong, drawing from his own experiences in life. Despite Takechi's earnest efforts, he grapples with his perceived lack of relevance in a world dominated by technology. Nevertheless, his genuine connection with the children elevates his status to newfound fame, attracting the attention of adoring mothers who vie for his affection with sweet treats. Unwavering in his loyalty to his wife from the 1800s, Takechi remains steadfast, mindful of his commitments. A poignant flashback unravels the pivotal moment in Takechi's past, where a confrontation with the prideful samurai Toyo culminates in unintended tragedy. Takechi's ill-fated decision to retaliate alters the course of his life, leading to imprisonment and the looming specter of execution. When Takechi sees Tora skipping school, he talks to the rebellious teenager, telling him to change his ways. But Tora doesn't listen and argues back, even trying to challenge Takechi. Takechi doesn't give up and teaches Tora about responsibility, but then he gets a call from his master and has to leave for Tokyo. Meanwhile, a journalist hears people talking about a video of a samurai going viral and realizes it's Takechi from the past. Curious, the journalist sets out to find Takechi, eventually finding him at Seiki's house. At first, the journalist is mistaken for someone else, but then he remembers a promise and they both remember a moment they shared with Takechi's friend Ryoma. In that memory, Ryoma decides not to be part of a plan to hurt someone and unknowingly starts a journey through time. Adapted to his new reality, Ryoma now resides in Tokyo as a journalist, guiding Takechi back to their ancestral town of Katsurahama. As they reflect on their shared history, Takechi and Ryoma find solace in the enduring legacy they've left behind, witnessing echoes of their past selves in the transformed landscape. Walking by the sea, Ryoma tells Takechi how much he misses their hometown, but he feels like too much time has passed for them to ever go back. Takeuchi, though, still believes they can somehow return to the past, even if it's just in their thoughts. They go to a restaurant together, trying to find comfort in each other's company. They talk about what happened to them in the 1800s. Ryoma shares some sad truths about their futures. Takechi's guilt leads him down a dark path, and eventually meets a tragic end. They visit their graves, facing the consequences of their actions. Even though Takechi worries about what will happen to their hometown, Ryoma tells him to focus on the present, where things are peaceful and good. As Takechi remembers his wife, Tomi, Ryoma tries to comfort him because he knows it's painful to lose someone. But suddenly, they see thugs bothering Tora, making fun of him, and hurting him because he doesn't have money. Takechi feels even more determined to protect those who are vulnerable in this new time. When things get tense between Tora and the thugs, Takechi and Ryoma step in and demand that the thugs let Tora go. Even though the thugs make fun of Takechi for his old-fashioned clothes, he refuses to back down, making the thugs even angrier. Despite the odds being against him, Takechi tells Ryoma not to join the fight and faces the thugs alone. With only a metal pipe and a strong determination, Takechi quickly defeats the thugs, leaving only their leader running away in fear. In the aftermath, Ryoma bids farewell to Takechi, departing for Tokyo where he has forged a new life. Despite Ryoma's invitation to join him, Takechi remains steadfast in his commitment to Seiki and the children, finding solace in the simple joys they share. Reflecting on his life with Tomi, Takechi imparts her love for origami to the children, a poignant tribute to her memory. Haunted by thoughts of Tomi and mindful of the fleeting nature of life, Takechi chooses to honor her legacy by visiting her grave. As the children embark on their nocturnal adventure, unaware of the dangers that await, Takechi's heart is heavy with the weight of his longing for his beloved wife. Grateful for Takechi's intervention, Tora extends his gratitude, offering his assistance in return. Together, they pay homage at Tomi's grave, a solemn moment of reflection. Tora, once skeptical of Takechi's authenticity, acknowledges the truth after witnessing his valor in battle. Despite lingering doubts, he seeks understanding, finding solace in their shared journey. Meanwhile, deep in the hills, Takechi's students venture into forbidden territory in pursuit of digital creatures, oblivious to the dangers that lurk. Unaware of their peril, they press forward, confident in their ability to navigate the unknown. As Takechi and Tora bond over ice cream, Tora broaches the topic that weighs heavily on his mind: Takechi's samurai heritage. Expressing a desire to learn from him, Tora seeks guidance, eager to become Takechi's disciple and embrace the teachings of the past in a world shaped by the present. Accepting Tora as his disciple, Takechi imparts upon him the weight of duty and honor, urging him to be prepared to serve their country when called upon. As they part ways, Takechi insists on walking home, while Tora rides ahead on his motorbike. Night descends, casting shadows upon the scene outside Seiki's home, where a worried crowd has gathered in search of the missing children. Concerned mothers anxiously await news, their apprehension mounting with each passing hour. Amidst the chaos, a police officer arrives, seeking Takechi in connection to the previous day's altercation. Despite Tora's efforts to explain the situation, Takechi is compelled to accompany the officer to the police station. Determined to aid his mentor, Tora embarks on a search, tracking Takechi's path into the unknown night, where the bonds of loyalty and friendship are put to the ultimate test. Upon returning home and learning of the missing children's whereabouts, Takechi recalls their intention to venture into the hills. Meanwhile, the boys, drawing upon Takechi's teachings, rally their resolve, leaving clues to aid their rescuers. Takechi, following the trail of clues, locates the boys, filled with pride at their bravery in adversity. Reunited with their relieved mothers, gratitude abounds for Takechi's role in the children's safe return. However, their joy is short-lived as the policeman arrives to arrest Takechi. In a desperate bid to save their mentor, the children's intervention creates a diversion, allowing Tora to whisk Takechi away on his motorcycle. Yet, their escape is cut short when tragedy strikes, leaving Takechi missing. In the aftermath, Takechi's absence looms large, leaving the family to reconcile with the harsh reality that they may never see him again. Despite the sorrow, they cherish the memories of their time together, forever inspired by Takechi's unwavering courage and guidance. Tora and Haruka visit one of Takechi's monuments to pay their respects, grateful for the profound impact he had on their lives. Though they can no longer meet him in person, their memories of him remain cherished. One day, Seiki receives an unexpected call from the owner of a prestigious bank, who reveals the existence of a letter left long ago by someone who preceded Seiki's birth. In the letter, Takechi expresses heartfelt gratitude to Seiki for his kindness and acknowledges that he is exactly where he is meant to be. Included in the letter is a touching drawing of the preschoolers, along with a mention of Tora as his final disciple. It becomes evident that Takechi's mysterious disappearance on the day of the accident was not an end but a journey back in time, leaving behind a legacy of wisdom and compassion that continues to resonate through the ages. As Tora reads Takechi's letter, a solitary tear traces its path down his cheek. In a poignant flashback, we witness Takechi's return to the past. Despite facing ridicule from his enemies as he faces execution, Takechi remains resolute, finding solace in the belief that the world will eventually embrace peace. Unbeknownst to him, his enemies' mockery only strengthens his resolve, as he reflects on simple joys like tasting chocolate cake. In the face of his adversaries' attempts to tarnish his legacy, Takechi embraces his fate with unwavering courage. Choosing to meet his end with dignity, he faces his final moments with a serene acceptance, secure in the knowledge that his true character will endure, undiminished by the false accusations of his detractors. As Takechi's story reaches its conclusion, his enduring legacy serves as a beacon of inspiration, reminding us of the timeless values of honor, resilience, and unwavering faith in a better tomorrow.